I've got Harry Potter and transgender shit.
That's what you want to talk about today.
That's a good title. Wall of shame.
It's hot.
That's how you bring it up.
It's hot topic.
Okay.
No, that's not. That's not me bringing it up for the podcast. I'm just telling you guys what the fuck I'm gonna bring up. Fuckface.
I don't know. That's a good title, dude.
Harry.
Okay, learn us something. Shit. What's the deal with how does Harry Potter tie into transgender shit?
You would know if you let him bring up the topic, Cody.
I'm just fucking
quit gaslighting him.
I'm not gaslighting anyone. I'm actually asking you.
Shut the fuck up. Fucking listen to me talk for a second. Transgenders hate Harry Potter. Okay, and that game just dropped, and it's a hot topic right now.
Okay, what about the Harry Potter release has got transgenders up in arms right now?
Because J.K. Rowling made some transphobic tweets.
Dude, it's so hard shooting a fucking podcast with boomers.
Dude, didn't they throw in a transgender character just to kind of settle everyone down?
Yeah, and then the transgenders were upset because the name was too masculine. I guess.
Wait, just for reference, when we're actually talking about live, maybe don't refer to them as the transgenders.
like what do you mean when we're talking about live? We're live right now, brother.
Are we fucking going, or what's the deal?
No, we're not going.
I was just trying to explain to you what I was going to fucking talk about. You put me on the spot. Welcome back to On Tap and the Boys. It's me, Sam.
And the boys.
I said it wrong?
Yeah. Hell yeah. In the boys.
In the said On Tap in the boys.
Gnarly today.
Oh, I did say it wrong. Welcome back to Boys on Tap.
Off sale with the dudes.
Dude, when I said Boys on Tap, I did not even pick up on that until you told me later. Like,
well, here's the thing, Sam. I don't know if you were here or not, but we did rebrand to just On Tap. So this is On Tap now.
I was here.
We've dropped the boys.
Dude, thank God, because I hate the boys part.
I kind of do too.
When I say it, I never say On Tap with the boys.
I don't either.
I call it On Tap every single time.
Okay, so we're dropping the boys and we're picking up angry transgenders. Give us a little hint about why transgenders are upset with Harry Potter.
Is this real?
Are we rolling? What the fuck is happening right now? Are we fucking rolling?
Welcome back to On Tap and the Boys and our transgender.
With the boys. I'm with the boys.
God damn it!
What the fuck is going on?
Someone just do an intro. You got a board clapper?
Cody, do an intro.
We're rolling.
Oh my God, he's got one.
All right, the boys are off the rails. Here you go, Luke.
Can I do it? Oh, last time I did this, I broke the one that we had. So hopefully this doesn't work.
Luke.
We're gonna cut.
Oh,
there we go.
This is the one
and
without a wheel.
We're gonna cut right there. Luke Brown joining us in the studio audience today. Thank you, Luke, for hitting the clapper for us. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Boys. And we are here today with me, myself, Cody, my best friend Sam here, my best friend Mitch here, and
now you ruined it completely.
And my third best friend, Bodie.
You can't have three best friends.
Respect.
Hold on. You forgot a very important member of our podcast, Jamie. Jamie wasn't here last week, and some bad shit happened. Some horrible things happened. Jamie was gone, and Cody just spewed some fucking nonsense and just made up lies to all you guys.
Yeah, okay,
about Diet Coke, and he just throws lies out, and he thinks there's not going to be any repercussions. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, scroll down, hit the comments, hashtag fuck Cody, hashtag cancel Cody. Hashtag Cody's not for the boys. He lied to you guys, and I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, here's the thing. A simple Google search did reveal that Diet Coke and Red Bull are not even close to each other in caffeine content.
Dude, both of you guys looked like complete dipshits last week.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I was like, Mr. Really? Rogers is a fucking Marine. Goddamn Diet Coke over here.
We just fall apart the one week Jamie's not here.
Believe it or not, we really do care about correct information around here.
And I thought a lot about it. Like, what happened? Was it Jamie not being here? I think it's pretty simple. Bodie was gone, and we had that little bean bitch sitting in his spot.
I forgot bean bitch.
It threw the whole aura off. It was horrible. I could think correctly. I felt like a different person.
Oh God!
I think Bean Boy.
Oh, Bean Boy's.
Beans, dude.
He was wearing a thong for people that can't see, a black laced thong.
I didn't know Bush's baked beans had thongs, dude. They got a line of merch.
Sam, you were talking about Harry Potter. Huge controversy with Harry Potter. Give me a rundown of what the controversy is.
Sure.
And why everyone, specifically transgenders, hate Harry Potter right now.
So this new game dropped out. It's called Hogwarts Legacy. And
it's a Harry Potter RPG.
Harry Potter something, man. I ain't a game nerd. But I will tell you it is a video game.
It don't get much nerdier than that.
It's a single player game. You don't play online. You don't play with friends.
So first of all, I want to be very clear. I am what they are known as a Potterhead. I love Harry Potter. I've seen every movie multiple times. I'm nerdy like that. I fuck with it.
You're also fucking illiterate apparently, but continue.
And here's the deal. The transgender community is coming after Harry Potter. They're saying you shouldn't play this game. It's transphobic. The person that wrote Harry Potter is transphobic.
J.K. Rowling.
And so yeah, they're trying to cancel the game, and I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to take that. And let me read you a little tweet. This is what everybody's all upset about. J.K. Rowling tweeted, "If sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many meaningful discussions in their lives. It isn't hate speech, it's the truth." That's what they're all up in arms about.
Listen, I know there was probably some meaning to that tweet.
I know. I'm just
you could have just wrote that in Russian and fucking told it to me because I don't understand a word.
What
you just
the
fucking
fuck
said.
is it like?
But
why so cryptic?
Yeah.
What's the point? What are you saying?
It is a writer. It's someone who writes.
And
so.
another thing that she
What
did
spell did
that
she
they're
cast?
all up in arms about is she started a women's shelter that excludes transgenders, which I don't necessarily support.
That's a little much.
She said, like, literally, if you're transgender, you can't be here? No way.
If you're a transgender woman, you cannot go to the shelter. So
that's wild.
That's fucked up.
That's kind
I'll say.
Yeah, that's kind of targeting.
Why?
Transgender
Well,
For what reason?
Well, hold up. Playing devil's advocate here, right? Like women's shelter.
What really ties into this whole Harry Potter game trans community is upset with, they are trying to cancel and bully streamers that play the game. So like,
That's nice.
I guess there's a pretty big transgender army online. I haven't seen it myself, but their goal is just to bully Harry Potter players as much as possible.
Wow. So now, because of J.K. Rowling is why they're trashing the game?
Yeah, because she's transphobic.
What a thing to go after.
God.
Why? I just don't get why they're going after the streamers, though.
Because now she's trying to get
go
another
after
bag.
J.K. Rowling, but but don't go after the streamers who are just liked Harry Potter their whole fucking life and just want to play the game.
That's their only access. That's their only access at her. You know what else are they gonna do? Tweet at her? That's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
So they're gonna try to make a wave, and these pukes are just hurting these people with their own small businesses trying to make a living off of streaming video games.
But I mean, if anything, they're contributing to engagement. So maybe it's working out.
Bodie's all about the clickbait,
dude.
All about the clickbait.
It's weird to me living in a world where, because of one person's opinion, and she, in her tweets, she didn't hate on the transgender community. She just said she disagrees with it.
Yeah.
And because of that, all of a sudden, there's a whole group of people that hate her, want to cancel her, hate the people that associate with her, support her, and what for?
Well, it's like the shit with Chappelle, dude. Like his last special on Netflix. Like, if you listen to it, it's clearly not what they were making it out to be. You can tell that if you listen to it.
That's the beauty of what goes on the internet today is you can take anything out of fucking context and anyone can get canceled for any reason.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty easy to just throw a clip together of someone saying something that they never said and you took it completely out of context and you can just...
Well, I mean, look at some of our clips even, when I cut our clips down to 30 seconds, sometimes I'm cutting 30 minutes of conversation down to 30 seconds. So sometimes that conversation flows in a completely different way, and sometimes it has a totally different meaning with just different, sentences kind of mashed together. I have a good
example of that when I told the story about my stepsister's birth and my brother-in-law at home sleeping. TikTok was pissed about that, even though I explicitly said on the podcast, which Cody decided to not include, that my stepsister told my brother-in-law to go home. She told him to do it, and Cody just cut that out of the clip, and all of a sudden, every woman on TikTok thinks that my stepsister should get a divorce.
Hundreds of comments being like, what a fucking piece of shit.
Divorce him. Yeah. What a fucking bad husband.
Dude, the women were out for blood.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Because we got so many comments on that, and because I left that out, it is now one of our most watched podcasts.
Hey, I'm not saying there's no such thing as bad publicity, bro.
It's not. But, I mean, whatever.
Just goes to show, it backs up the original point is, take the little time, the extra effort to, kind of invest more into seeking out information about it. Or if you're going to, like, go off a clip, just listen to the fucking video.
Speaking of seeking
it's just like the 5 o'clock news, dude.
Yeah.
Like, cutting down segments into long abstract thoughts and conversation.
Well, here's the thing, too, and Facebook got in a lot of hot water for this, too, is like a lot of people will just read a headline of an article and share it and think that all of a sudden that's truth. And a lot of these, big media companies like The Onion, the Babylon Bee, they're getting banned off of like Twitter and whatnot because they're sharing these obviously fake, obviously satirical articles, but people just read the title and think that's law.
Dude, I've a great example of that. So when COVID first became a thing, like I think it was March of 2020.
Yep.
That's when it was huge. That's when they started shutting shit down. Like it was real in March, but in February it was talked about a lot. Nobody had really had it in the U.S. yet, and I was at a fishing contest with my dad, and all of a sudden he gets this text sent to him. It's just a link with a headline that says first case of COVID in Minnesota. Dude. And my dad's like, holy shit. He's freaking out. He's sending it to everybody he knows. He sent it to my mom. He sent it to my grandma. Never clicked the link. My mom texts back, what the fuck? He finally clicks the link. Dude, I can't remember his name.
Barry.
OG Mudbone.
Oh. No. It's Barry.
It's Barry.
Yeah. Dude, you click that link and Barry pops up.
If you know who Barry is,
that third forearm's hanging there. My grandma got that fucking link.
Oh, that is so funny.
All because he read a goddamn headline.
So, I mean, what Facebook does now, if you go to share something, it'll say, do you really want to still share this? You haven't read the post yet. Because if you don't click to open the link, it will prompt another message if you go to share it.
It actually does that?
Yeah. I've had that. I don't know how it is determined, if it's maybe something that has been flagged as misinformation maybe, or I don't know. But it doesn't do it on all videos or links. It's just specific, like some weird buzzword charge to it.
Well, who the fuck gets to pick what misinformation is, too, by the way?
That's
Facebook.
The whole point, dude.
Their platform. Facebook gets to pick.
So what they consider misinformation's misinformation? Or
yeah.
If you're on their platform.
God, that's so crazy to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, think of all the things that were considered misinformation that turned out to be true.
Yeah. Oh, that's been a huge recurring theme. Ever since 2020. Is like there's a shit ton of information that they were actually removing people's whole accounts on YouTube for, and then it comes out devastating careers, and then it turns out like everything they were saying was completely factual, but just because it wasn't public opinion at that point, they got taken off entirely.
Not even public opinion,
removed.
But enforced narrative pushed by higher up authorities. Crazy. That's the scary thing, and that's the whole main argument behind like censorship and like why shit needs to change is you can't trust a single entity to control quote unquote misinformation because you're basically giving the power to like no one should have that fucking power.
I 100% agree with you, but your limp dick mic is really just messing with my head right now.
What's wrong
Can you please straighten that thing up?
It's got to go up or it's got to do something.
It's slowly tilting away from you while you're talking. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to derail that. It's just driving me nuts.
I was beginning to sense it. But I don't know. Was I leaning down too? Like it just adapted?
See, I respect the showman. He was just rolling with the punches.
I'm adaptable, bro.
Good improv out of you today, Bodie.
I'm like a fucking dodo bird before they died off.
So could some say that Facebook spies on you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Google, too.
Speaking 100%. Of spying, you like that little segue I got
That's a good
going?
little transfer.
Speaking of spying, I'm sure everybody at this point has heard about the Chinese spy balloon.
I watched it get shot down on fucking Fox News.
Dude, I haven't seen Like the footage of it getting shot down, is it badass or is it pretty?
It's
lame?
crazy. I didn't realize how high up in the air it was. Like this thing was way up there.
What'd they shoot it with?
I don't even know. Oh, missile. Because
What?
they missed it with one. You just see it. I saw a video live of one just cruising, and they missed the first missile
That's
or
kind of
whatever.
concerning that our military
super
can't even hit
concerning.
a fucking hot air balloon.
It was just flying through the air. I'm
I
like,
thought
what the
a dude just walked out of there with like a fucking like just hunting rifle or something. Just fuck. All right.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like a big stick.
Here's the thing.
Just poking it with a big stick.
They were
Like a
over
needle.
Montana. It's very possible that some deer hunter out in the shack in the woods
God
was
damn
going to
it.
shoot this thing down at it with his 243.
Oh, you know, some drunk redneck took a shot at him. Too.
Oh yeah.
He walked out. Goddamn
just-
government.
If I'd have seen it, I'd have taken a shot at that fucker.
Fuck, who wouldn't have, dude?
Why not?
The thing is huge. So they were saying the equipment on this balloon was the size of 3 school buses.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's
Like,
fucking crazy.
what?
Didn't
Are
you
you
say the
kidding
balloon
me?
was like 200 feet
Yeah,
tall?
200 feet tall.
And this thing was way up in the air. I mean, it took this thing minutes to fall to the ground. It was crazy.
Fall to the ocean.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fall down in general.
That was
I
a
was
good
like,
sound
holy
effect.
shit.
Nah, dude, that's what it sounded like. That was
don't-
actual recording.
So what's China claims that this was a weather balloon.
That's what I heard.
You know,
all
and
that equipment.
What do you
Totally
guys
weather
think
balloon.
about it, though?
I've heard that people have determined that the technology on their plot twist, it's actually Joe Dirt, is what Luke said. I think, I 100% think it's just recreational or there's some other meaning to it. I don't think they're spying on it.
Why the fuck would China just send a balloon over the U.S.?
Something
I just
so
that was the
completely
thing. Like they
obvious.
called the Chinese spy balloon. Like, don't you think China would be a little more creative than a fucking hot air balloon?
Well,
You know-
you think we're not going to catch you?
How much?
Yeah.
sneaky
Maybe it's a distraction scenario and they're using something more
know,
intelligent than a fucking
That's a
balloon.
damn good point, dude. I didn't think about the fact that China isn't fucking stupid. There's somebody there that'd be like, oh, they might spot that and shoot it
They
down.
might spot that 200-foot tall balloon in the fucking sky with the school bus attached to it.
all
Yeah.
of these fucking boomers getting up in arms about God, they're fucking spying on us. We gotta get it done. It's like, dude, you know
Yeah.
how long they've been fucking spying on us?
Cody was probably so worked up when he heard about it the first time.
I was like, oh my God, you're going to take my goddamn Fox News away
Dude,
from me?
I saw he almost broke his rocking chair, bro.
Dude, I was watching this thing live and I'm just thinking to myself, like, holy shit. Like, there's people that really believe this is spy equipment? Like, dude, what year are we in right now where they think they need
Hey,
3
I
school
believe
buses?
this is spy
Exactly.
equipment, bud. You got something to say to me, say it to my fucking face.
That
3
shit was not
school
spy
buses.
equipment and you're stupid.
Dude, it's 3 school buses worth of technology. Dude, they have every single piece of information they freaking
So
need
why
about
in the
America
fuck
in our goddamn
Are they
cell phone.
sending it over the U.S.? Who the fuck do they think they are? They think they can get away with that? They can just go fly over our fucking states?
A weather balloon? Yeah. Who fucking cares?
Right.
I do. I'm a goddamn American. I'm American bloated, and I don't give a fuck about what China wants to look at. You're not telling me they had one fucking camera or a microphone or something on there?
What are they going to see from
course they did.
40,000 fucking feet?
You know
They
that
already
sneaky
can
Chinese
see.
government
They
had
can
something
already
going on.
see.
Listen, you don't think they have a freaking satellite that couldn't do the exact same thing that is doing
Buddy, you
right
never
now?
played Call of
Or-
Duty? It only takes 3 kills to get a fucking UAV.
Or
On a cruise
access to fucking smartphones or tapping into literally any of our fucking
yeah, you
data.
have TikTok.
Or-
You
I
think
was
they
gonna
need
say,
a
or
fucking
TikTok.
balloon?
Yeah, and obviously none of that shit was working, so they had to send over a balloon. It's pretty obvious.
That's it.
Yeah.
We go to plan
Dude.
B, dude.
I think I got you guys all now.
I'm unbelievably shocked. Do you actually think that it was a spy balloon?
Dude, I'm not ruling it out. I'm saying it
Okay.
could be.
Do you think that they just purposely made it so obvious that it wasn't obvious? Is
That's what I'm
what
saying.
the route you're
Distraction
taking?
scenario.
Dude, the equipment is massive. What the hell do you need
If it's
that
a
much
weather
equipment
balloon,
for?
why didn't they say it's a weather balloon?
They did say
The
that.
U.S. Why are they calling it a Chinese spy balloon?
I don't think it's the U.S. I think it's just literally just the media
yeah.
calling it a
fuck.
spy balloon.
I'm,
I feel like this is just
You guys are all
genuinely
stupid as
no,
hell.
keep dying on your
Clickbait.
hill. I want to see you.
no, I'm
defend
serious.
Your
You
point
guys
more.
are dumb as fuck. Obviously,
I love
China's
watching you
spying
backed
on
into
us.
corners like
Okay,
this.
let me present some new information that I just heard about like a couple days ago. YouTube has now surpassed connected TV's viewership than any other platform. Cable TV, Netflix, Hulu, regular YouTube itself is watched more than anything else on a smart TV at the moment.
That
So,
doesn't surprise
I believe
me.
with
it.
that being said, how can you not tell me that traditional media, Fox, CNN, the Washington Post. I mean, all these media outlets. How can you say that any of these have any credibility anymore, and that anyone even trusts them anymore?
Dude, ever
because
since
YouTube plays Fox
2020,
clips.
dude.
Well, but even so, I'm saying like, not only are they just watching it there, but now you search this Fox clip, and then there's 10 videos in that same search history saying why this clip isn't real, or giving you real information. You know, like a lot of these places are just drowned out by advertising dollars.
Exactly.
They can't say what they want to
especially after 2020. It was like so eye-opening that like, holy shit, like these mainstream media fucking 5 outlets on basic cable, well, majority of the dollars going to them are fucking from, from third parties.
Dude,
especially big pharma.
Crazy.
And then
So
it's like,
now,
that isn't going to play an influence on their fucking material that they're going to give to you?
right.
Like,
So what I'm getting at by saying that is saying like, do you not think that traditional media is dying right now?
it's been dead.
It's dying. So they got a clickbait. They got a clickbait, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
What are you talking about? What do you think? The only reason YouTube has more viewership is because they can play all of those platforms on their platform.
Then
You
why
can
don't you
search
just
up
get
Fox
DirecTV?
fucking News on YouTube and look at Fox clips.
But he's saying like
That's going away. People don't
exactly.
do that.
Themselves, like them as an entity, like they've lost credibility.
But what I'm saying is like the media in general. I feel like this is a great example of making a mountain out of an anthill.
Yeah.
And then calling it a Chinese spy balloon sounds a hell of a lot better than we don't know what this is, so we shot it down.
Hey, I want to know what Joe Rogan said about it, because whatever he said, that's what I'm believing.
That's probably the most accurate.
I think he's the most credible journalist I've ever met.
He doesn't even have to leave his chair, dude.
Doesn't even have
So,
to leave his chair.
The Chinese spy balloon, we're going to go spy balloon, not weather balloon.
Okay.
That was last week. Today, which is Friday, there was a new unidentified object shot over Alaska. And this one, they don't know where it came from.
Was it a balloon?
They don't know what it was doing. So let me pull up my handy dandy notes.
He doesn't know.
So
Play
U.S.
another game of Factor Cap with
U.S.
Sam.
shot down. And see, unlike Cody, I like to actually have my facts straight. I don't like to just spew garbage out of my mouth so
That's
we look
fair.
dumb as fuck.
I deserve that. I deserve that.
U.S. shoots down object near Alaska the size of a small car, and it was 40,000 feet in the air. They do not know who owns it. They do not understand the purpose of it. It was unmanned, just like the Chinese spy balloon. And apparently, they may be related. What do you guys
So
think?
it's from China?
They're like, they look at this
Related.
thing and they're like, yep, these things
They
are
don't.
cousins.
If they
Okay.
don't know what it is, then how do they know that it might be related?
Well, I mean, what the
Right.
fuck does that thing look like after you shoot it down with probably a missile at 40,000 feet? What's left of it to look at?
That's a great point. And also from the first balloon, 3 school buses fall from however many thousands of feet.
Yeah.
Dude, they're going to get demolished.
Yeah.
So you're telling me they can't put any of the scraps together and figure out what's going on? Dude, they can dig up dinosaur bones and put the dinosaur together. That shit
Actually,
happened 50 million years ago.
I think the complete fucking opposite. I think that they probably shot it down, they figured out what it was, and they don't want to tell us what it is.
Oh, that's what you think.
You think they haven't figured? You think they shot it down today? It's been 8 hours and they don't know what it is.
I was going to say,
the
the
U.S.
second that
government
thing
hasn't
landed,
figured it out yet.
the second that thing landed,
Yeah,
they
there's
know
a
what
search
it
party
is.
sitting on the ground
gotta be.
with a fucking net to catch it, probably.
Oh, you're right. I forgot Mitch is a goddamn genius. He's got it all
Smarter than you,
figured out.
probably.
Fucking, I'm 21. I'm so smart. I'm fucking fresh off the block. Wait till you live a little, kid.
You're 9 months older than me.
Wait till you get a little more experience
You're
in your
9
life.
months older than
and
me.
you might understand things a little bit more like us old boys over here. Little
Don't
kid.
you dare group me
Sit
in
your
this
ass down,
fucking
boy.
group.
Wearing a chain like a little boy.
Yeah, where's your fucking
Disgusting.
chain, buddy?
I've never worn one, nor will I ever.
Yeah, because I'm the chain guy on the podcast now.
You don't you fucking dare start that
I'm the
shit.
chain guy.
Sam
The
showed
day
up
you
with
become the
grills
chain
and
guy is the day we attend my funeral, because I'm never going to let that shit happen.
Where's your chain then?
Fucking A.
I don't wear one in the winter. It's too douchey.
It's too icy. He gets too icy. He doesn't want frostbite.
You think your chain makes you douchey?
He doesn't want,
I think it helps.
he doesn't
I
want
think
to
it
get
adds to the
frostbite on his
effect.
neck.
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's do a little bathroom break. We'll be right back.
It's time for a bathroom break. The boys will be right back.
We should have said it in the beginning of the episode, but Cody, Let's talk about the hat you're wearing.
Oh, I completely forgot. This hat is just so comfortable. I forgot it was even on my head. Huge shout out to Twisted Bitch Cattle Company.
Throw that up on the screen.
For giving us
a hat up on the screen.
Giving us
Put that in.
A couple hats, a couple of koozies. Unreal. If you don't know who these guys are, I follow them on TikTok at Twisted Bitch. Just unbelievable merch they have. It's awesome.
Shout out to our favorite bitch.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Which I feel like, I try not to call women bitches, but if your brand is Twisted Bitch, if your koozies say bitch of the year,
yep.
I think it's the most respectful to refer to her as a bitch.
Oh, there's some power behind that.
If there's one thing that my dad taught me, it's the only B word you should ever call a woman is beautiful, because bitches love being called beautiful.
For those of you that can't tell from the video, this hat here, the famous skrat hat, is probably the most disgusting hat I've ever seen in my life.
That thing looks Skrillbilly infested.
The
I've
sweat
never
stain
seen a sweat
goes
stain
up
that
so
color.
high.
Like, what color is that?
The patch even looks sweat stained. I didn't even think that could happen.
Yeah, you can't stain PVC, but he found a way.
Yeah, that's gross. So Scrat comes in here and I'm like, dude, that hat is tired.
It's got to be retired.
and at this point, it's basically a one of one, because I don't know that there's any nice ones in existence anymore, except for the one that we had hanging on our set. It's like, dude, you rock this thing enough, you just take this freshie. We'll throw the tired one up.
Yeah,
on the
and
wall.
that little fuckface quit wearing it. I haven't seen him with an on-tap hat on in months.
Fucking
Bastard.
sellout. What a fucking
Unreal.
sellout.
I saw him wearing a boogered up hat.
What?
He switched up on us.
Unreal.
Well, come this spring, man. Might change.
So one thing I wanted to talk about is I did not,
Sneak.
it's something pretty obvious that I should have realized, but I never really thought about it. The fact that as a kid, my free time, I spent hundreds of hours of free time driving.
off.
I did do a lot of that. Driving on back roads. Just ripping. You got a car full of friends. You just drive on back roads for hours. You don't even know where you're going.
That was all we did.
And
Trying
just,
to get lost. You ever
Literally.
just try and get lost?
just
I'm
ripping.
not going to pull
dude.
my phone out. I'm just going to drive, and I'm going to turn, and I'm not going to make any good decisions, and where we end up is where we end up.
And you got
It's-
five.
Yeah.
You're just mobbing around 5, 6 deep in your little fucking Pontiac vibe, dude.
Let's go.
in the old Kia Soul or something.
Oh,
like that.
Dodge
SL1,
Neon,
baby.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to have a 2000 Chevy Blazer, decked out leather, heated mirrors, all the shit. I'd load that bitch up, dude.
I didn't know you were balling like that. He didn't.
Oh, dude, I had my exhaust was cracked all the way down the middle, so it just sounded badass as fuck.
Dude, I had a Blazer a few years ago that the exhaust just completely rusted off of it. So I just got some dryer vents and wired it up with metal coat hangers to the bottom of the vehicle. And it was just a dryer vent hanging out the back of the car, basically straight piped. It was so funny.
Dude, I had to get
funny. Keystone Ave, drag strip, North Branch.
That's a shout out. That's a shout out to the Keystone Ave. in
Shout
North
out.
Branch.
That's where it is.
Branch of the North.
my Chevy Blazer. I ripped that bitch so bad that I brought it into the shop to get, I think it was like brake pads. And the mechanic, a family friend, looked at it and he told my dad, he said, I'm not going to let him drive this car. First of all, it's going to cost thousands of dollars to fix. At most, he's going to get $500 for it. And I don't even want him to drive it off my lot.
Oh my God.
But she kept ripping, dude. Those Chevy Blazers never die.
Yes, dude. I had a 06 Trailblazer. It was one of those.
Oh, I dreamed of a Trailblazer when I drove my Blazer,
yeah,
bro.
Am I the only one who didn't have a fucking Blazer? Because I feel pretty out of place now.
Yeah, you do.
Because I
You
always
should.
wanted
They're
a Blazer. and
great.
I never
fucking.
got one.
The 06, it had a lot of. It was one of those used cars you bought that had a lot of weird shit wrong with it. A lot of electrical stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that window don't work. No, like no, you gotta open the door, like one of those.
Yep.
Oh man, I miss it.
The old tried and true, and I feel like there was 1,000 of them in our parking lot at school. The frickin' Buick
LeSabre.
LeSabre, baby.
The Buick LeSabre.
Comfiest
fucking
vehicles I've ever been in,
units.
dude.
They're
Yeah.
so unbelievably comfortable.
You could hit the worst railroad track of all time at 120 miles an hour and not even know it was there.
You can be carrying a glass of water and that bitch wouldn't even move.
It was like one of them fucking commercials where they jump on the bed with the wine glass on there. That's what riding in a Buick
ugliest
LeSabre
vehicles
like.
I've ever seen. Like, don't get me wrong, they were absolutely disgusting looking.
Dude,
But that's what made them beautiful. You weren't going to get pulled over. Everyone thought you were a grandma.
100%.
And there's 100 of them out there at any given given Walmart parking lot. You'll find at least 12 of them.
I still get tingles every time I see one. I think, God, I fucking wish I had.
Shouts out to Jake the Snake, dude.
Jake the fucking
He had a gnarly LeSabre, dude. We fucking. I'm pretty sure that thing is still running out there.
Was it a bench front seat too?
Absolutely.
You flip up the armrest and you got 3 seats in the front.
You can go skiing.
It was early 2000s, so I don't know if it was. It might have had the headrests in the front. You know, I really can't remember.
Well, they all should have headrests.
Well, as far as the fold down middle part for the front row,
dude, the bench front seats are immaculate. Not only did the Buick LeSabre have the tried and true reliability of a goddamn army tank, this thing had a suspension made of Chinese spy balloons, guys.
Yes.
The amount of air in these suspension that just made you float along the road was unbelievable.
It was like pig bladders, dude.
There's hundreds of thousands of these things still on the road today.
They're immortal.
GM, step it up.
That's a TikTok clip if I've ever seen one.
Let's see another.
I was getting the vibes, too.
I want to see a 2025 Buick LeSabre. That's how we can revive the brand.
They completely rebranded.
Dude,
fuck your Tesla.
I
Bring
will
the
say,
LeSabre back.
Buick, a few years ago, they made a big step back into the car game, bro.
Yeah,
Buicks are not lame anymore.
They're luxurious.
My wife
now.
had one. We just traded it in, but she had a freaking nice Buick Envision 2021. Dude, the thing was like huge screen in it. Everything looked super
Why'd
modern.
you trade it in?
We needed a mom rig. We had to get a Ford Exploder. Get a couple more seats in the thing, a little bit more room.
Have you guys ever heard if you put the word anal in front of any Ford vehicle make, it just comes out hilarious every single time?
I ran a couple in my head right away. I'm like, shit, he's right.
Yeah. They're all good.
The anal F-150.
Yeah. Yep. That's classic.
That
Sounds
one
like a bomb. Sounds like a bomb.
Yeah. Fiesta.
The anal Ranger.
Ooh.
I can't take any more of this Ford talk.
Yeah, I'm off it. I got the GMC Yukon, or as Sam says, more like getting my fuck on.
Dude, I love that Yukon more than any vehicle ever. It's the comfiest seats I've ever sat in.
Dude,
it's got a nice little butt. Like, it vibrates when you're driving it, so you can just hear all the fucking plastic.
Dude, this 07 GMC Yukon I'm rocking right now with 315,000 miles on it, it's pristine.
Oh, that's barely broken in, but
Didn't Bean Boy send it through a boulder?
Yeah, he did. He did. That motherfucker jumped it over a boulder. He was our sober cab for a concert we went to. We took the thing, pulls into a median in a Wendy's parking lot, and damn near jumps over this massive boulder. Car's on 2 wheels. I'm like, oh my God.
We'd have been better off driving drunk.
Get this man behind the wheel. What is one car you guys want to see revived other than the Buick LeSabre?
Dude, so the thing is, mine was the Chevy Blazer, and they brought that shit back.
But they took away.
Sucks.
Yeah, they took away what made it the Blazer.
They did.
Sucks.
I wanted to get
aggressive.
one, like, because I've recently been looking into getting a new vehicle, and I looked into the Blazers right away.
Oh my God,
dude! In my car, I drive a Chevy Impala that has as much power as a Chevy Blazer nowadays. Yeah. I thought I could pull a fucking boat or something, pull a jet ski behind
Not
it.
only that, but
no.
It just looks like a Traverse.
Yeah.
Or, it looks like any other fucking SUV. And then Ford, they cracked their knuckles, dude, and they said, "Okay, watch this." And then they come out with the Bronco, and it looks fucking cool as shit.
The Bronco Raptor, though, that thing is fucking sweet. It is, but here's the thing. At what point are we going to say we can't afford these vehicles? A Bronco Raptor is like $110,000 right now. I just saw one on Facebook Marketplace. $110,000. That's used. That has 4,000 miles on it.
Can we bring it back to the revival of old vehicles really quick?
Yeah.
Can we bring back the Pontiac Grand Prix?
I like that.
That's the
classic. I can get behind
that. That is the classic.
What was that one that they had that was supercharged?
That's
the GTP.
That's
so
what
I had.
That's what I fucking had.
I had a GXP. With my Grand Prix had a 5.3 V8 in it.
Oh, nice.
So it was fucking the coolest thing of all time.
G6 had an LS motor in it too. Damn.
The G6s and the G8s were way cooler than the Grand Prix, but
They
the
had
Grand
some
Prix
kick
is
to
a
it.
classic with just the nice old 6-cylinder 3.8 run for 950 million miles. Everyone had one, and if you didn't have one, you wanted one.
Yep.
Man,
you're right,
dude. I want to see him bring back the Dodge Dakota.
Yes.
I've had some of my best memories of my childhood in the Dodge Dakota.
I forgot about
dude.
the fucking Dodge Dakota.
What's Ford Ranger? Well, they did kind of revive it, but again, they made the Ford Ranger basically what they made the Chevy Blazer. It's not a Ranger anymore.
See, we had a teacher that was such a fucking idiot that drove a Ford Ranger that it just ruined it
This
for
is
me.
the second time.
I hate this man. I hope to God he listens one day. Hey, anyone that knows the guy that drove an orange Ford Ranger, tell him fuck you next time you see him.
pretty
Say
sure
it's
they're
from
only,
Sam Christ. I would be more than proud of
I think
you.
there's only like 5 in existence.
Oh,
are still
anyone
on the
that went to
road?
my school is like, yup, I know.
It's actually sunburnt yellow.
Is that the actual paint name? Yeah. Oh my god.
Have any of you guys rolled a car?
Rolled a car?
Oh, yeah. I've been in a
Yeah.
couple.
I rolled
Oh,
a
yeah.
red Ford
3
Ranger
weeks
within
after
a
I got
week
my
of
license.
Getting my license.
Damn.
I'm pissed. I was on the way to a chainsaw job. I just bought a brand new chainsaw. I was like, let's go, dirt road. Didn't work. I said,
You had to use it to get out of the car.
Let's go. You've obviously been into a bad car accident. You've
Dude.
already told it on here before. You want to tell it one more time?
Yes. So probably the most embarrassing moment of my life. So I was driving over to my boss. Now he's my boss now. I was driving over to his house. I was freshly 16, had my car for 9 days, no license. I had to wait like an extra month because I got my behind the wheel done late. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to rip it over to his house. I'm a man. I can drive. I drive over there. He tells me, oh, wait, my mom said you can't come over. So I turn around. I head home. And I was at a stop sign. There's a road that goes through. And then right onto my road, dirt road, middle of nowhere. So I'm sitting at that stop sign and I'm all like, fuck yeah, I made it home safe. I was like, I swear to God, dude, in my head, I remember being like, I made it, motherfucker. So I wanted to celebrate. So I put the gas down and they just graded this road. So I'm hauling ass. All of a sudden my car starts fishtailing pretty bad too. And I didn't know what to do.
Overcorrect.
I didn't even have my fucking license, bro. So I thought in my head, I'm like, oh, you slam on the brakes. That's the first thing you do. Slam on the brakes and you'll stop. God, no. I go in sideways, hit my neighbor's mailbox, jump the culvert, flip to the other side of the road. I come back to, and I'm like, what the fuck? Take my seatbelt off, get out. There's a lady running towards me. She just drops to the ground. She's like, oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck? I turn around, realize where I was, looked at my car, absolutely destroyed. She's like, don't worry, I called the cops. I'm like, fucking tell him not to. Like, fucking get him out of here. I call my dad. I tell him what happened. He's like, you realize you don't have a license? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're fucked. You need to get out of there. I'm like, Dad, I can already hear the sirens. He's like, have fun.
You dumbass.
So I go to the hospital because it was a bad accident. I wasn't hurt, but they wanted me to get checked out. And they had my blood pressure or whatever hooked up. And it has the monitor, you know. It was beep, beep. My dad walks in the room. All you could hear is beep, 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 beep. Dude, it was so
Heart rate
that
goes way
day.
up.
That day I was supposed to mow the lawn. That was my only job. Mow the lawn for the day. I didn't have the chance because I crashed my car and I had to go to the hospital. Me and my dad pull in the driveway after the hospital. I'm wearing clothes that are completely bloody and glass shards everywhere. I walk straight to the shed, get on the lawnmower, mow the lawn immediately. And he didn't say shit. He just kind of gave me like that, yup, motherfucker, that's what you're doing. Next day, wakes me up, 6 a.m. We go and buy a new mailbox at Ace Hardware. Had me put that bitch in. I was sore as a motherfucker. But hey, made me the man I am today.
I wish you wouldn't have told your story before I told my story because I don't think I can even kind of top that. Mine, I was 16.
can't.
I had just gotten my license. I think I was 3 weeks after I got my license. And my buddy Hunter, who I've talked about on here before, he's going to be the best man at my wedding. It was his birthday. And I'm like, birthday, I'm going to go buy my boy breakfast. We're going to meet at the Brook Park Bar. So I leave the house, driving. It had rained the night before. I'm on a dirt road. 16 years old. This is to give you a picture of who I was when I was 16. bad kid.
Ugly.
Ugly for sure. The driver's window didn't roll down, so I had the passenger window cracked a little bit because I was vaping. I had a big mod vape. Blowing the mod vape out the
that's
window.
so fucking
no
sick.
No seatbelt because I was cool as fuck. No seatbelt. Driving, I'm going like 80 miles an hour on this dirt road. Just getting after it. Same thing. Come over a hill, start fishtailing, hit the ditch. And I remember, like, this is the weirdest part about this is I was going 80 miles an hour when I hit the ditch, and it was like slow motion to me. Because I hit, and I heard the trees start smashing my car or my truck. And I'm like, I remember just being like, all right, it's just the ditch. It's not that bad. Road approach or driveway. So launched my truck.
Oh my God.
I rolled it ass over tea kettle, somersault style.
Oh.
So it hit.
No seatbelt on.
No seatbelt on. Front ways. I broke the front windshield of my head on the first hit. Landed in the back seat, broke the back windshield with my head on the last hit.
Oh my God.
Land the truck on all four wheels. Vape in my hand. Batteries nowhere to be found. Tank shattered. Throw it. And all I remember, I sat there and I went, fuck. And I got out and I found my phone. It was in like the passenger seat or something like that. Same thing. Called my dad right away. I'm like, hey man, what are you doing? He's like, I'm at work. I'm like, yeah, you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to leave work right now. He's like, why, what's wrong? Told him the whole story, whatever. End up starting the truck. By the time, and just a prefix, I started Snapchatting people right away because I was in a pretty central location of where all my friends lived. So by the time my dad even shows up, there's 10 fucking 16-year-old kids standing on the road looking at me with my rolled truck like an idiot.
I just imagine
260,000 miles.
I imagine Mitch after he stopped rolling, he's broke both the windshield and the back window. He's still got his vape in his hand. He goes just.
That's literally what it was. I wanted to hit it so bad.
Fuck, I almost died. First thing I need is goddamn hit of nicotine.
You're like the only thing I need right now.
Yeah.
Fucking no batteries. Fuck that.
Damn it.
Mad as fuck. I was more mad about my vape than the truck.
I was so young and naive when I crashed my car that I chewed earlier that day. I threw in a chaw, and I was worried, like, oh, fuck, if they take my blood at the hospital, they're going to know I chewed. That's how innocent I was when I crashed that fucking car.
Like they're going to care if there's nicotine.
Because, like, she was
in the
asking me if I was drinking, and I'm like, God, no. And I had chew in my car, and I was like, oh, my God. I'm going down today. I was more worried about them finding chew than the whole
We
accident.
found this in the passenger seat.
Yeah, we're going to have to take you in.
Was there any repercussions when you rolled your car at 16? Because
I
guess
dude.
you didn't have a license, but
I had to go to court. I was such a dumb fuck.
Did they
I went to
suspend your
court
license?
in my Pine City homecoming t-shirt of that year.
Oh my God.
I was wearing basketball shorts and a homecoming t-shirt at court. I had to write an apology letter. I had to do community service.
Oh,
I remember my dad he does not think it's funny to this day. I always be like, yeah, remember when I used to work at the thrift store? It's like, work? You think you worked there?
That's where you did your community service?
Dude, I would never recommend community service at the thrift store, bro.
I feel like that's where everyone did their community service.
Fuck it, I had to work with the prisoners one day.
I did like 8 hours of sorting clothes in there when I was a kid.
Not fun.
No,
Do
it's
it
not.
somewhere
Want
else.
to tell the backstory
Still-
on that one?
You can still smell the mothballs, I bet.
Luke said, did you guys have senior driver tractor to school day? Oh, hell yeah, we did.
Oh, you bet your ass, dude. I'm from Pine City.
We live in the most redneck county in Minnesota. Of course we had drive your tractor to school day.
We had people drive their tractors on a daily basis.
We did have people that would just casually drive in a tractor every once in a while.
I don't think people realize Pine City has some fucking rednecks, dude.
If you call an Uber, they'll show up on a John Deere, dude.
All right, here's the deal, guys. I'm just going to bring this back in here for this last little bit of the podcast. We should do the top 3 for this week. Bodie, you were the loser of last top 3. It's been a couple episodes now. Hit us with what the topic for this top 3 will be.
You know, I'm convinced that just, our fucking loyal and insanely awesome audience just loves my topics.
He's trying to just butter him up.
They have
brown nosing
purposely said, you know what? Let's keep having Bodie just bang out these absolute banger top 3 topics,
So just for the record, every time that you've done a top 3, you've gotten dead last.
Oh, yes. But I didn't cop out, though. I didn't do no Google searches. Everything was straight from the soul.
Okay.
Genuine authenticity.
Yeah, you should keep running like that so I only have to worry about competing against Sam and Cody.
Hit us with the topic,
Hey,
Bodie.
Top 3 for this week is something everybody has thought about at one point or another, no matter what stage of your life you're in, is top 3 hottest cartoon characters. The most sex appeal in a not creepy fetish way. Like just
In a
you
not
know,
creepy fetish
where
way.
just you're sitting there watching it,
I
whatever.
already know my 3 right now off the top of my head.
Exactly.
I already know.
Yeah,
You know?
I got
So,
3.
as the winner from last week's top 3 or last top 3, do I get to?
Yeah,
you start.
and I
Start
went
it.
last time, so I'm not going last again. I got my ass kicked. So if we could go you, me, that'd be great.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this out with
I didn't get win last week.
with sort of a hometown hero. You know, someone we knew and grew up near and dear to be that sex appeal character, and I'm gonna go with Mrs. Incredible.
God
Fuck
damn
you. That's the that was the number 1 pick. We all had it.
Yeah.
It's definitely on my list.
I mean,
all
that
had
really
it.
that was close to my heart because I religiously practice, the worship of ass. So
You're a big Pixar fan, huh?
absolutely, their graphics are just incredible. Shouts out to the Pixar team.
Yeah. Sam, hit us with your first pick.
Well, mine is the obvious first pick. I don't know how you missed this. It is by far the most beautiful animated character I have ever seen in my entire life, Jessica Rabbit. The goddess.
Yeah.
Jessica Rabbit.
So
Fuck, that's good.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, that's the red dress gal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's
a
the
good one.
obvious.
That's a good one.
Beautiful woman.
I had Mrs. Incredible before her, but whatever.
Okay.
It's the exact.
I would
order,
agree.
though.
Mrs. Incredible is a little bit higher up. Bodie, hit us with your first pick.
Yeah, I bet you would. Fuck face.
Motherfucking Lola Rabbit.
That was on my list.
Yeah, the 2 rabbits, man.
That was on my list.
All right,
I
let's get
prefer
off-
Lola
Mitch?
Bunny, but I'll give it to you.
Can we get off the weird bestiality shit for a second?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take Daphne from Scooby Doo.
Fuck you, dude. I thought that
that's
was
a
my
good one.
sleeper, bro.
That's a good
I
one.
can't even hate on that because I had that one locked and loaded. I did not think anyone was going to think of that.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
that's a banger.
Oh, no.
Literally.
Dang, that was a really good one. I like that one. Okay, I'm going to take it a little bit step further and get it away from this weird, like, human fetishes, this human cartoon characters that you have.
I got a fetish for you.
I'm going to bring it into the automobile industry, and I'm going to say Porsche from Cars.
That was my next pick.
She is one hell of a
answer.
dime,
that
dude.
tramp stamp, though,
Damn it,
dude.
dude.
Wow, I'm really regretting this topic because you guys just fucking scooped up all the good ones. You fucking perverts, dude.
So
Sam, hit us.
for my number 2, I remember being a young kid watching this on Disney Channel.
Getting all
And
tingly.
it just gave me them weird feelings that I'd never felt before. For my number 2, I'm taking Kim Possible, the OG.
Okay.
She turned me on like no one else.
That's
Redheads,
a really
dude.
good pick. That's a really good pick. I like that. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm like liking it more now that I think about it.
Bodie's all excited.
Now that I think about it.
She's like
Bodie?
little tomboy.
Bodie, hit us.
Just off the top of my head, you guys are not gonna like it at all. I don't think the audience is either. But
Don't say it.
TCAP calling out Bodie.
Yeah.
fuck it though,
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna say like Lilo and Stitch, right? No. Her fucking older
You sick fuck.
her older sister, the one that like was her caretaker.
Bro, you gotta leave
Let
with
me
that.
finish.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
I thought you were banging Stitch.
Bro, I will say I can agree with the older sister, but you dropped the ball on that one, brother.
God.
I gotta hit it with a punch,
Dude, I'm like, not only is this is Lilo a little girl character, she's shaped like a thumb.
You
bro.
didn't let me finish, man. Come on now.
set up for that. I was like,
I remember brainstorming my delivery, and I was like,
Holy God!
I should
almighty.
probably switch it up, but I don't know. No one knows her name. If you were to figure out her name, who the fuck is that? So I was like, I have to leave with Lilo and Stitch. I'm like, I'll figure something out.
So we're going Lilo's older sister.
Correct.
All right.
that's a fair pick, but you set it up, and I was like, whoa.
I'm gonna bring.
Where
in-
are we going here?
I'm gonna bring it back with the show that my mom hated and would not even let me watch, and probably for good reason because this is gonna be in my top 3. I'm going Lois Griffin.
Dude, that's a good
I respect
pick.
that.
That's a
No.
good pick.
Oh.
What? Okay, fucking Lilo and Stitch.
He's more of a Meg Griffin type of guy.
Oh yeah,
you know?
the glasses turn me on.
She does have that Mila Kunis voice, which does something different to me. Though.
Exactly. You close your eyes, it's Mila Kunis.
Hi. Hello. Yeah. Hi, how are you?
That's what I picture her saying.
Ashton's not home, huh?
All right. Boys,
God damn.
here's the thing. I'm going to take it back and take a little step back in history. And I'm going to hit you with a Laura Croft Tomb Raider.
Fucking son of a bitch.
Good pick.
That was my third answer.
She's an absolute baddie.
I feel like Sam.
She can really hold her own.
Cody's
That was the
taking all my
OG
answers.
sex appeal.
Yeah. Dude, those the old graphics were she was just all points. She was just
Great way to say it, brother.
she's
I
just all
agree.
points.
So I'm gonna go into a movie which is dear to my heart. I'm gonna go with Jasmine from Aladdin. She's a baddie, bro.
I like that.
She's a baddie.
I like that.
She dresses all cute. I'm in for it. Jasmine.
What would you do for an Arabian night with Jasmine?
Oh God, brother, you don't even want to know.
Bodie, hit us with your last pick.
Gonna figure out that magic carpet, dude. Gonna go for a magic carpet.
Take that bitch for a ride.
Jesus. Bodie, last one.
America's favorite island girl. Moana.
What? What?
She's like 15.
No, she's not.
At least I know I'm not getting last.
Is she really?
I don't even have a third pick and I'm still winning.
No, she's older.
Homie got Lilo and fucking Moana, bro.
Sister, dude. Oh man, is she really?
No, I meant Moana's sister.
Hey, Jamie, can you look up how old Moana is in the movie, please?
Oh man, dude, I did. They were thrown. Dude, they threw a curveball, dude. She's like,
Did you see what she was wearing?
16!
Bodie, immediately back to the bottom of the list to the top
I'm
three.
calling the police.
you know, I'll start brainstorming next week's top 3 just right now.
Oh, Mitch, what's your last one? Please don't make this one incriminating.
Anything could be better.
In the last ditch effort, I literally just got off of Google because you guys took all the fucking good answers. But I'm gonna take Jane Potter, who is the woman from Tarzan. That Tarzan.
like that.
Hey, she was bad.
Yep.
That's
You know
I-
Tarzan ripped that shit off, brother. You know that monkey man fucking went to town.
I
Edgiest
had
5 minutes of a podcast.
Laura Croft, Portia from Cars, Mrs. Incredible. That's my top 3, and I'm sticking with it.
All right,
That's a solid top 3.
I had Jessica Rabbit, Jasmine from Aladdin, and Kim Possible.
Bodie,
I don't even want to say.
you had
Bodie, get your topic ready now, brother. You
give
might
us-
as well start being.
I'll start
give us your preschool class list.
Well, I'm a really, you know.
No, dude.
Let's just say I have a solid 1, top 1, with fucking Lola Bunny.
Yep.
Lola Bunny and
I want to hear the rest of your list. I don't
right.
care about Lola
times
Bunny.
3.
So you are not actually having
No,
Lilo's
I'll stand by
sister.
Lilo's big sister, and then we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I think it's probably best.
Yeah. It would make me feel more comfortable if we just left it.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Mitch.
All right, I had Daphne from Scooby Doo, and then Lois Griffin from Family Guy, and Jane Potter from Tarzan.
Perfect. Well, you know where to vote. We're going to put up a poll the day that this comes out. It comes out on Tuesdays at midnight. Put up a poll Tuesday at some point on release day. Go on our story on Instagram to vote for whose top 3 you think was better, or send us a message on Snapchat at OnTapOfficial and vote. And then the winner gets to punish the other 3. The loser gets to pick the topic for next week.
And I can't wait for that, dude.
Bodie never had to do a fucking dead Nazi shot. So
True.
and he was
We'll
the
have to get
biggest
him next
loser.
episode.
Next episode.
Next episode.
Take
Well,
us out,
boys,
Luke.
No Pizzagate for Bodie.